Well, I'm happy that Peloton announced some good news yesterday about their partnership with Amazon because their quarterly earnings report just came out this morning and it's horrible. I mean, you know an earnings report is going to be bad when a shareholder letter begins with, quote, "The naysayers will look at our quarterly for financial performance and see a melting pot of declining revenue, negative gross margin, and deepening operating losses. They will say these threaten the viability of the business," end quote. Look, and you know it's going to be really bad when the 70-year-old CEO starts talking about his high school days when he used to work on a boat. And somehow, through all of this, has the ability to twist the fabric of reality to tell Peloton investors that he thinks that losing $1.2 billion in one quarter is a sign of substantial progress. Okay, so we're going to dig into a little bit about these numbers and what the very likely soon-to-be replaced CEO Barry McCarthy said today on this earnings report. Now, for those of you new to the channel, my name is Colin Jenkins with Connect the Watts, where we cover connected fitness news, reviews, and more. So make sure to subscribe if you want more content just like this. Okay, so first things first, let's have a look at what this boatman Barry wrote. He said, quote, "In high school, I spent 3 summer months working on a cargo ship. After midnight of my second voyage, I was asleep when the alarm for general quarters woke me. My reporting station was on the bridge. Fear is a great motivator. I dressed while I ran. The 720-foot ship was doing 27 knots. The ship was heeling sharply to starboard, and the steel hull was shuddering." Again, this is a quarterly report, remind you. "The captain was trying to turn the ship around, but a ship that big, going that fast takes miles and miles to change direction. We saved 2 men's lives that night. They'd have been lost in sea at the Mediterranean for several days. A fortunate, happy ending. Peloton is like that cargo ship," end quote. Okay, sorry about that, but look, this analogy makes sense. I don't know, Barry. Let's see where this Peloton ship is headed because these numbers are far worse than I think anybody had ever really imagined. So let's look at them. So total members, right, in the millions. And again, these are not memberships. A membership can have up to 20 members in it. And this also includes the lower cost digital membership as well. Well, that number for the first time in Peloton's history actually went down this quarter, dropping from 7 million to 6.9 million. Now, actual connected fitness subscriptions, the $44 per month subscriptions that you have to pay if you have a Peloton bike or a Peloton tread, that did go up, but not very much, from 2.962 million to 2.966 million, which is an increase of 4,000 members over a period of 3 months. Now, total workouts also went down for the first time in Peloton's history, as far as I'm aware, and quite dramatically, from 164.6 million workouts to 131.7 million workouts this quarter, a 20% drop in usage. And Peloton's impressive churn rate has almost doubled this quarter, with it increasing from 0.75% to 1.41%. Now, looking at the cash and sales, Peloton sold $295 million in equipment, which actually is a 50% drop from the previous quarter. And that, by the way, is taking the numbers from before they increased the prices just this other week. So yeah. Now, Peloton's subscription gross profit did increase a little bit from 252 million to 260 million, but remember, they also did increase the cost of their membership by over 5% midway through this quarter, and this increase, a 3% increase, is not great. Now, here is the craziest number, the net loss. So after all the profit and expenses are calculated, how much did Peloton lose this quarter? Well, they lost $1.244 billion. Now, Barry did say that this huge loss was due to a lot of one-time expenses to help Peloton get into a better position. Like $415 million was spent on costs related to reducing the current and future inventory overhang, things like converting fixed and variable costs, and addressing what Barry says are numerous supply chain issues. Now, Barry also says that this shows substantial progress, which I don't know how $1.2 billion in losses from a company with a revenue half of that is substantial progress, but hopefully this Amazon thing helps them a lot because this looks bad. This This looks really bad, and I'm a big believer in Peloton, and I believe Peloton is here to stay. I think the content is just too good, and the love for the company is way too high for it to fully go down, but it looks more and more every time that Barry talks or says anything that this company needs to be sold as soon as possible, because I'm not sure what's going to happen. And I don't think any of us wants to hear another Barry boat story again, in 3 months down the road. So I would love to hear what you think in the comments below. Let me know. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content and updates just like this. This is Colin again from Connect the Watts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.